Crickets. Stinking crickets. There's a spider. You don't need to be in this video. Go back up. Just a little feller. So many crickets. Spider. Gotta move my studio.
It's solid action when you join the recruits on the target range. Targets appear everywhere. The stakes are high because you never know who's lurking in the shadows. Innocent civilians or dangerous stunners. You'll need to be sure before you shoot. Some targets move quickly, while others pop up from nowhere. It's tense. It's action-packed. It's 38 Ambush Alley.
Up there, upstairs. It's loaded with them.
Pops Ghostly and his family desperately need your help. Their happily haunted home's been invaded by ghastly, horrible creatures. They're heartless. They're relentless. Targets jump out from behind the furniture. They swoop up the stairs. You've got to clear them out. Targets in the attic, in the parlor. It's a frightening adventure. The rescue of Pops Ghostly.
Identified a substantial buildup of hostile forces right here in our own backyard. And I'm giving you the green light to clean them out. Gentlemen, you're the rest. Get up there and prove it.
Okay, boys, let's kick some.
Action Max VCR.
Yeah.
If it were anyone real, it wouldn't be a game.
How's it going, everybody? Mr. Poestyle here, and today we're going to talk about an early Sonic game that you just don't hear anybody talking about these days. No, not the Hedgehog. Sonic Fury for your Action Max VHS video game system. Sonic Furry. Be a furry that dresses up like Sonic and Knuckles. Kanakis. This is an Action Max game. This is the pack-in game that came with the Action Max in 1987 by Worlds of Wonder with David Crane from Activision fame was a part of that group. And this was a VHS VCR video game system that's kind of a video game system, but not really. In fact, it doesn't even hook up to the VCR that you put this in unless you want the audio coming over the crappy Action Max speaker. The Action Max itself takes 4C batteries, unless at the time you did the special order for the AC adapter for it. I just recently got mine. I got it at a fair price, a very fair price, and got it with Pops Ghostly packed in for whatever reason. And I ended up getting 3 other games that I talked the seller on eBay down for the 3 games, and this was one of them, Sonic Fury. And this is going to be my Action Max series. There were only 5 games that came out for this video game system. And like I said, it hooked to your VCR only for the purpose of having sound come over the speaker. I didn't do that.
It's solid action when you join the recruits on the target range.
Connections you have
Targets appear everywhere. The stakes are high because you never know who's lurking in the
bottom
shadows.
right of your screen.
Innocent civilians
With a suction cup.
or
And
dangerous
in the setup they show you how
you'll need to be sure before you shoot. Some targets move quickly,
the other
while
connection
others
is your
pop
gun.
up from nowhere.
That's it. And
It's
whenever
tense.
you
It's
score,
action-packed.
there's a little
It's
digital counter on it
38
that tells
Ambush
you
Alley.
what you're pointing for. So,
Up there, upstairs.
what was I gonna
It's
say?
loaded
I
with
don't know.
them.
This is
pops loosely and his
Action Max
family
Sonic Hero
desperately
packing game,
need
live
your
action.
help. Their happily
Stereo
homes
sound.
been invaded by ghastly,
Let's see if it has a runtime.
creatures. They're heartless. They're
This is
relentless.
your video game.
Targets jump out from behind the furniture. They swoop up the stairs. You've got to clear them out. Targets in the attic, in the parlor.
That's it. Your
It's a
typical
frightening
VHS
adventure.
tape with the hole punched out so that you don't accidentally record.
Identified a substantial buildup of hostile forces right here in our own backyard. And I'm giving you the green light to clean them up. Gentlemen, you're the witness. Get up there and prove it.
Okay, boys, let's kick some.
As you can see, there's not much room on there. A lot of tape. This is a system that came out with just a light gun system. We're gonna play this game from start to finish.
It wouldn't be a game.
By we, I mean probably me. I'm sure my son will be there watching me quietly, silently. That's usually what he does when I'm making these videos. I like to get more active and get into these videos, but that's just not for him, I guess. There's your Worlds of Wonder logo at the bottom. I got the green screen going, so that's a green background. It's probably wreaking havoc on it right now. And we're going to check this out. We're going to see how it plays. And, you know, when I was a kid, 87, I already had my NES, my Nintendo Entertainment System, at Christmas of 86, and I thought it was the shiznit. So when I would see commercials for this, I remember the commercials. I just thought it looked cheesy. It was cheesy to me. Later, you know, other video game companies would follow suit, you know, kind of. You had Sega came out with the Sega CD that hooked to your Genesis. It was full motion video, but this is a little something different. We'll discuss this after you watch the gameplay right here. So I hope you enjoy and stick around, or if it goes too long, fast forward for my end thoughts.
It's important to make sure your TV is properly adjusted before playing Action Max. Increase your brightness level until you see 2 stars on your TV screen. The star on the left is darker than the star on the right. Turn your brightness control until the star on the left actually disappears, and the star on the right is barely visible. On your TV, the brightness control may be called bright level, black level, background, or grayscale. Be sure to rewind this portion of the tape if you need more time. Let's check how well your TV is adjusted. First, place the suction cup of your score signal in the center of the black area that's in the lower right corner of your screen. Then, set your Action Max system for the reflex game. To do this, first turn on the base unit power switch. Second, move the game setting to normal, then special. When you see the circle in the center of the TV start flashing, look at the red score panel on your base unit. Every time the circle starts flashing, you should see the score start counting. If your Action Max unit is not counting when the circle flashes, adjust the contrast control on your TV until it does. When you see counting, the game is ready to play. You may need to repeat this part of the tape to ensure accurate TV adjustment. Now that you're all set, put the game setting in the normal position and get ready for action. Stand by for target practice. Fire at the center target when it flashes. A steady aim is critical. To calibrate your game pistol, adjust the distance control on your base unit. Turn it toward minus if you're close to the screen, or toward plus if you're farther away. The score signal will light when you hit a target. and points will be added to your score on the base unit. The faster you hit a target, the more points you can score. If you hit an enemy and the score signal doesn't light after correctly calibrating your game pistol, repeat the TV adjustment segment at the beginning of this tape and see your user manual. The flashing target may be placed on enemies or friends. Here's a sample of how it works as a friendly target. If you hit the target now, the score signal will not light. You will hear in your headphones, and points will be deducted. Now reset your score by turning the power switch off and on again on your base unit. Prepare for action.
Welcome to final exams, Lieutenant. This is where we find out if you're good enough to fly with the Sonic Fury. Eyes peeled now. Target drone's coming up. If you bag just one today, you'll earn a permanent place in that cockpit. I'm Squadron Leader Major Lance Benson. Alabama for short. Nickname's only up here, by the way, so we'll be calling you Ace from here on. On your right wing, two of the hottest fighter pilots in the air. Our own Native American Top Gun Chief and resident hot dog trucker. Let's check your app display, Ace. Got me waving back here? Nice to know that rear view screen is there if you need it, huh? Okay, back to business. Target drone dead ahead. It's all yours.
Come on, Ace. You're gonna let that remote control scrap heap out, fly you? Move over and I'll give you a hammer. And try not to blast me off, will you? Remember, the good guys have two tailpipes. Hey, check this out, Ace. Can you shoot around me and nail this tin can?
Get out of there, trucker. Well, the only thing you'll be flying is a bulldozer at the base garbage dump. She's all yours, Ace. Rack this one up and we can all call it.
Hey, that away, Ace.
Welcome aboard, Ace. It's official. You're Sonic 4. All right, gentlemen, that's it. Form up on me and let's head for home plate.
Hey, somebody else take a look. I've got something out there closing fast. Must be right on top of us.
What's it, Ace? Door lock.
Whoa! Where'd he come from? Lost him in the sun. How did he get past radar? Did he exercise or what?
Sonic Leader to Rockin' Robin. Sonic Leader to Rockin' Robin. Do you copy?
12 o'clock. 12 o'clock.
See you, Chief.
Don't come back to Rockin' Robin. How come no radar till he was right on top of us?
Chief, follow me down. I'm gonna get a closer look at these two. Ace, stay behind us to fly cover. Trucker, you keep your eyes peeled for strays. Okay, Ace. Trucker, you should have all four of us visual back there.
Yeah, I got you on radar now. I think we're back in business.
Right. Radar's back.
Single bogey coming fast, Alabama. 600 knots.
I got him, Chief. Heads up back there. All right, let's settle it down now, gentlemen. We got it under control.
12 o'clock. 12 o'clock.
Sonic Leader to Rockin' Robin. Sonic Leader to Rockin' Robin. Do you copy?
Watch it up there. Red on your 6.
Find the phone, Chief. Full throttle and load of the damn. You can shake it, Chief. Go, 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 go. Go is covering.
I was on radar scan, Alabama. Nothing there with us.
They must be jamming everything but short range. Disregard radar. Visual only from here on. I'm going in for him. Back him up, Ace. Keep an eye on the canyon rim.
One back is coming in. 2 o'clock. I got this locked up. Back. I lost lock on him. What's going on? Come on. Lock up. Just for a second.
Next one's yours, Ace. Attaway, man. Nice shooting.
You folks turn his tail, sir.
Oh, no, they don't. They can't just come in here playing hit and run. Stay with them. Anybody see any sign of Chief?
No, I'm not picking him up anywhere.
We'll come back for him later. Keep a visual fix on these two while I'm trying to raise base again. Sonic Leader to Rockin' Robin. Sonic Leader to Rockin' Robin. Do you read? Sonic Leader to Rockin' Robin. Come in.
They're running out to sea. Must be a carrier out there somewhere.
Just don't lose them.
I'm getting weird target information on my heads-up display. Anybody else?
Yeah. I haven't been able to get a clean lot back there in the canyon. Hey, check out 4 o'clock low. Got more company? And look sharp. You're probably not alone.
I got one right on my tail. Somebody give me a hand.
Cover me, Ace. I'm going in.
You got me locked down, man. Get him off me.
Cool, trucker.
Come on, Alabama. Use your gun. He's gonna burn me.
They're gonna take it, Ace. I still get no lock here. Trucker, back on my count. 3, 2, 1.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Heads up. More on the way.
Watch out, Ace. Bandit on your six.
Go to app display, Ace. He's closing fast.
River, boys. Get it. Get it.
Surprise, turkey.
12 o'clock. 12 o'clock.
Back up. I need some help here, Ace.
I'll let you know, man. Is that you? Where you been? I put a missile into a mountain, but I'm back now.
All right, gentlemen. Let's clean up the rest.
got a lock. Make him hug the ground for it. Full power, full power. Watch it, one coming in at 2 o'clock. I've got the one at 2, Ace. You take the 6. He's locked. I can't hold him, Ace. 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Hold up, hold up. All right. What a move. You said it. Great flying, Ace. Hey, the rest of the pack is taking off. We did it.
I'll say we did it. Hey, you were terrific. Rockin' Robin, the Sonic Leader. Do you copy, Sonic Leader?
Copy, Rocket Robin. We've got hostile aircraft all over out here. Request backup.
That's a negative, Sonic Leader. NORAD has a full security lid on the entire operation. Complete radio silence and no mention outside naval intelligence. Do you copy?
Copy, Rocket Robin. But what about the carrier? You heard him, Truck. Nobody saw anything. You got that? Now put a lid on it. Let's do a big 180 and head for home.
Coming up next, previews of other exciting Action Max game videos.
Up there, upstairs. It's loaded with them.
Pops Ghostly and his family desperately need your help. Their happily haunted home's been invaded by ghastly, horrible creatures. They are heartless. They're relentless. Targets jump out from behind the furniture. They swoop up the stairs. You've got to clear them out. Targets in the attic, in the parlor. It's a frightening adventure. The rescue of Pops Ghostly.
It's solid action when you join the recruits on the target range. Targets appear everywhere. The stakes are high because you never know who's lurking in the shadows. Innocent civilians or dangerous felons. You'll need to be sure before you shoot. Some targets move quickly, while others pop up from nowhere. It's tense, it's action-packed. It's 38 Ambush Alley. Grab your flight gear and join in the action with the Blue Thunder Patrol. The city has been attacked by terrorists, and it's up to you and your team leader to pursue and destroy the enemy. Enjoy the thrill of air-to-air combat as our specially equipped Blue Thunder helicopters encounter camouflaged Hueys and enemy MiGs in a firefight over L.A. The fight is fast and furious, but you must take out the terrorists without hitting your team leader. Are you ready for the challenge? Find out when you join the Blue Thunder Patrol.
All right, so there you have it. That is Sonic Fury on the Action Max by Worlds of Wonder, 1987. Hard to believe this game is 34 years old now because it looks so wonderful and plays so great, right? I believe the runtime of this videotape was around 19-20 minutes. I don't know. you checked it out, see for yourself. But that's it. That's the game. Same thing every time. The counter on it is what's different. You get the shot. It's on the counter, the digital counter. Now, accuracy. We may do have a knob that supposedly fixes the accuracy. I'm just glad the system worked. Wasn't very accurate. I'm sure a few times in the video you probably saw my gun creeping out to the side because I'm trying to get closer to the screen. And of course, I guess that's part of the difficulty of the game, but you always had your wingmen right in your way, trying to get in your way so you'd shoot them. I don't think that I accidentally shot them. We were supposed to hear a specific sound that they mentioned in the videotape. The ricochet sound is when you totally missed. That's what I did the most. And you would lose a point for each of those. I ended up with a total score of like 10. I think at the end of the videotape they showed where you fell as far as points go. And I totally sucked it up. And there was times when I didn't shoot it at all. But of course the videotape shows the bad guy blowing up. Even though I didn't get him at all. But it was hit or miss, mostly miss. I could get that gun close, I could get it far away. You didn't get the shot, sometimes you got the shot. Pretty terrible. Maybe impressive the kids whose grandma got this for them and they didn't have a Nintendo. Or even Atari that was getting ready to make a comeback. Not really, but kind of. Atari 2600 back then. Came back again. Under 50 bucks. Isn't that nice? I'll read this again. I read it in my unboxing video, I think, all of these. And it says, Sonic Fury, climb to the cockpit and meet the challenge. Prepare for action. You're flying in one of the Air Force's most elite squadrons, Sonic Fury. I was in the Air Force, but I was enlisted. So I was not a pilot. If you're enlisted, you're not a pilot. If you're an officer, you could be a pilot. Anywho, it's high noon, the California desert. Your squadron flies fast and low in perfect formation. Then streaks skyward. Lieutenant Commander Lance Alabama Tucker heads up the force. You're in the cockpit of Sonic 4. They call you Ace. They give you this generic name because, of course, it's a VHS tape. They're not going to know your name. Spoiler alert. And did I say this yet? I don't know if there's a runtime on here. I think it was about 19 minutes, 25 minutes tops. The video from the setup to the end of the video where it showed you previews of a few other games, 3 other games, I think. There were only 5 games total for this. I have 4 of them. The Blue Thunder one I don't have, and it's extremely expensive. I will not be paying for that. And they were supposed to be coming out with Fright Night, which was assumed it was based on the movie at the time. That was supposed to be the 6th game. Never came out. There's no runtime listed on here. You got your FBI warning that you're going to go to jail for 5 years and get a $250,000 fine. Because this is copyrighted, and it's a felony, and the FBI is going to warn you, and that kind of shit. But yeah, there is no runtime on here. Most VHS tapes, movies had a runtime for you back in the day, if you're old enough to remember. But yeah, we got our Lieutenant Commander Lance Alabama, not Alabama, Tucker. And to prove that he's from Alabama, down south, did you see that helmet he had on? The Confederate flag. I think they might have to change that out if they ever plan on redoing this. Maybe blur it out a little bit. People don't like that their Confederate flag, huh? No more General Lee Dukes of Hazzard. We won't go there with any of this. You also had your Native American wingman called the Chief. Yeah. Totally 80s. Don't think the Chief and Alabama with the Confederate flag would be a go these days. So you won't ever see a remake, but if you did, that stuff would be out of here. Watch out. The routine training mission suddenly becomes real. In seconds, you're in the midst of a dangerous encounter that could make Air Force history. It didn't. That's another spoiler alert. I was in the Air Force, the U.S. Air Force, from 1996 to 2000. Never heard of it. All the history that we had to study up on about the Air Force and basic training to take a test about, never told me about Sonic Fury. So maybe it was top secret. They didn't want anybody to know about it. Let's see. Above you, 3 fast-flying enemy aircraft appear in a V for victory. No, V formation. And are heading straight for you. Instantly, you're in action. Lock on, fire, bogey at 2 o'clock. And closing fast. Non-stop excitement, non-stop action. Are you ready for the challenge? Not very accurate. I had my CRT fired up, hooked up my VCR. Hooking up the VCR was the hardest part of it. It wasn't hard at all, except that I had mine hooked to another TV with my Atari 5200 connected to it. That's how I play. I don't have a modded 5200. And my Sega Genesis /CD /32X Tower of Power has been sitting on top of that VCR for a while. So I had to move all that stuff. I'm going to have to hook up my 5200 again. But I want to get through this series. I'm going to do all 4 games that I have for this series because I promised. But don't expect it to be exciting. Should you get this? Are you a hardcore collector? Do you want to have everything? Everything that was released in the US at least? That's up to you. You watch the video. I gave you this videotape from beginning to end of this game. From beginning to end. You can see what all it entails. But really, no. If it's expensive, no, don't do it. Watch videos on it. I don't know how many are out there. I didn't really look. But I mean, I decided to add it just because of this channel. I wanted to do videos on it. So that's what I did. And I got the system. I can't even remember now. My memory is terrible. I want to say I got the system with the Pops Ghostly game. You know, the entire system. Now, it didn't come with the original box. If you watched my unboxing video, it just came with the styrofoam that it came in, which is fine. And I think it was around $40. And I can't remember what I paid for the other 3 videotapes. It wasn't a lot. There's no way I was going to go up to the $100 mark with any of this. Because, to be honest, I don't really collect to display, but that's what this is going to become. I don't see myself playing this ever again. Do it one time for these videos. I wish I could say that I would play it again, but the accuracy is way off. Even with tuning it in. And it wasn't that exciting. It was more like watching a cheesy movie. Now, this was the 80s. Was there even green screen? Back in the 80s, I think it was blue screen, if I remember correctly, before they went to green screen. And you can tell watching this, and you can see that the tracking started getting a little bad in the video. I have heard that there is maybe a DVD-R out there somewhere at some point that had all of the games for this. Maybe I would look into that just to get the Blue Thunder on there rather than paying $100 some dollars for a VHS tape that will get played once. But a little cheesy, a little racist, if you know that's what you think, with Confederate flag and calling a Native American chief. I'm not going to get on either side of this controversy. I'll just say that it is in this, and I'm sure that'll be something that you would never see again in a game. Times have changed. But that's Sonic Fury right there. Played it for you. And like I said, I think my final score was a 10, which really sucked. I was supposed to have 200 hits on there. I don't know, but that's how the accuracy was. And the guys, to make it more difficult, your wingmen get in your way. You can't shoot them. Don't think that I didn't hear the sound, the audio cue that tells me that I shot them. The sound of the video, obviously, came over the TV. The sound of the shooting and the ricochet sound came over the speaker on the Action Max itself. And actually, I was going to show in the video at the end real quick what my score was. But at the end of the video, they had a commercial and advertisement for upcoming games. And while that was playing, it actually counted against me because I wasn't shooting at the screen. My count went down then to like 6 because while the video was playing, I wasn't shooting the advertisement when it was blinking on screen. So, kind of funny, but that's the technology of the time. Action Max by Worlds of Wonder, the same people that brought you Teddy Ruxpin, the same people that brought you freaking awesome laser tag. Love that. I mentioned that in my unboxing video. Should you get it? Probably not. I don't do official reviews, really, but if you want to look at it for yourself, mess around with it, and you have an old CRT sitting around and an old VCR, you don't mind spending the money, check it out. If not, just check out my videos. I will do the other 3. Don't have the 4th. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, guys. I really do appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next video, hopefully. Subscribe if you like. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs down. I'll still be here. Hopefully. Oh, Nacho. Come here, Nacho. No biting. No bite. Ooh! No biting! Oh, Nacho, stop!